Listen, I don't know nothing about Angola, but I know Angola's in trouble. Those were the immortal words of Charles Barkley, a member of the 1992 Dream Team. However, judging by the 7th place finish by the United States basketball team in the FIBA World Cup this year, it really might be America that's in trouble right now. But we're gonna talk about it. My name is Kaz, and this is Kaz in Effect, Season 2. You know, if there's a safe bet in sports, one of those has happened to be that the United States men's basketball program is going to dominate wherever they play. For the past 40 years, ever since they have allowed professional basketball players into international play, the United States men's basketball team has completely dominated. With names like Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley, the list goes on and on. Gold medals are almost a certainty. But a funny thing happened on the way to China. They got spanked hard. Now, granted, you can always count on some players dropping off because playing in international competition right before the NBA season starts isn't necessarily that beneficial for some superstar athletes. While the FIBA World Cup doesn't necessarily carry the same cachet as the Olympic Games, it still didn't necessarily guarantee that some of the top players are going to compete. Guys like Anthony Davis, James Harden, Kevin Love, and Damian Lillard all dropped out. But what was really surprising was the second tier of star players that decided not to show up. Guys like Devin Booker, Landry Shamet, PJ Tucker, and more all surprisingly dropped out days before competition started, leaving the United States team to frantically scramble for players to fill up a roster. While the United States men's basketball program has flourished in the coaching aspect, fielding Hall of Famers like San Antonio Spurs' Greg Popovich, Golden State Warriors' Steve Kerr, and Villanova's Jay Wright, they lack the depth that made the United States men's basketball so dominant. But the fact is, even that depth might not have been enough to secure gold this year. When the NBA All-Stars and USA basketball talent started dropping like flies, it was up to Colangelo and the program to field a team under the gun capable of dealing with teams like France, Serbia, and Spain, who have been together for the better part of a decade. And to be honest, when the pressure got hot and butts got tight, the United States basketball program failed twice, losing to France and Serbia. But Spurs coach and USA basketball head coach Greg Popovich wasn't one to play the blame game. Let me read a quote. "There's no blame to be placed anywhere. They want to play the shame game like we should be ashamed because we didn't win a gold medal. That's a ridiculous attitude. It's immature, it's arrogant, and it shows that whoever thinks that doesn't respect all the other teams in the world and don't respect that these guys did the best they could. Their effort was fantastic, they allowed us to coach them, and you have to give people credit for what they did. And that's it. But it's not a blame game and a shame game. That's ridiculous." And Popovich is right. When the United States lost to France this year, it wasn't a huge upset, even though a lot of people will tell you that. That France national team has been together for almost 10 years. They played a more FIBA-friendly style of basketball, and to be honest, they just played tougher than the United States. Same thing goes for Serbia. They played a more FIBA-friendly style of basketball, they played tougher, and to be honest, they probably had a player who was the best guy on the court in Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets. But if you're repping for the Stars and Stripes, I wouldn't hold your head too long. It kind of seems like the United States men's basketball program goes through this cycle every couple of years. They send some all right players, they get embarrassed. They send their best players, they dominate. We're over here right now. Only a matter of time before the Olympics where we get right back here. My name is Kaz, and this is Kaz in Effect. Go America.